Welcome to Northscape Reviews. Today we'll be reviewing Tropica's Plant Growth System Nano. Now I've never used this mini pressurized kit, but I have used the Fluval one and I wasn't too impressed. But I do like Tropica's hard goods, so I do have full faith in this. So it comes with your 95-gram cylinder, a holder for it that hangs on the side of the tank but can also sit on flat ground, the mini pressurized regulator. It comes with the airline tubing to a diffuser that is 3-in-1, has a bubble counter, check valve, as well as just being a diffuser in itself. It does up to 20 liters or 50 US gallons. So if you're not too familiar with the lingo, there are a few words that you might see floating around on Facebook groups or forums, and that's low tech and high tech. That's just the differential between whether you're injecting CO2 into your system or not. This will make your tank high tech. So they have a small chart on the back to just make the transition easier. This is their CO2 injection chart. It shows you how much CO2 you should be injecting per the difficulty of plant that you are growing. For easy plants, you should shoot for 3 milligrams per liter of CO2. For medium plants, you should shoot for 10 milligrams per liter of CO2. And for advanced plants, you should inject 25 milligrams per liter of CO2. Here is showing you the bubbles per minute that you should be injecting to achieve such a concentration. Now this level will vary depending on the surface agitation and the oxygen exchange that you have in the tank and the degassing that might occur. But it's a good rough estimate to start if you're a beginner. Now for the moment you've all been waiting for, to open. There's a nice warning sheet that nobody reads. Here is the holder and some suction cups. Don't lose those, you'll need those. Your 95-gram CO2 cylinder. That is very difficult to get out of. There you are. Your small, simple pressurized regulator and your 3-in-1 check valve, bubble counter, and diffuser. Underneath, don't miss this, is your airline tubing. So now we're going to put it together. I've already got the cylinder in the cylinder holder. Now I'd like to go over just one thing. The cylinder can sit flat on any table, but the cylinder also has a feature where you twist the legs and the bottom comes off. This allows you to hang it on the side of your tank. We'll go ahead and just put the flat part back on. Now here's the regulator that goes on top. When setting up the mini pressurized kit, make sure that you have the needle valve completely closed before screwing it on top. Simply insert the cartridge into the regulator and spin it on. Here you can see it reads about 1100 psi. Now that we have the regulator on top of the cylinder, place it back in the holder. Next, we're going to connect the airline tubing to your regulator. You can simply take the twist off, place it on the end of the tube, and place the tube on the connector. Make sure it's all the way to the end to the thread, and then twist the nut back on. Tighten this one as much as possible. And the last step to setting it up would be installing your 3-in-1 diffuser. You just simply take the tube and push it as far as possible on the intake. Now it's all set, whether you're going to let it freestand or you're going to hang it on the side of a tank. So you've seen me unbox the Tropica Plant Growth System Nano and set it up. Now I'm going to drop some links to my Facebook and my Instagram in the description below if you want some updates on how it's performing before I do the full review of it in a couple of weeks. And that's everything for the first episode of Northscape Reviews. Thanks for watching.